Everybody ready for round 2?
Yep.
Oh,
Round 3, technically.
Yeah, no. Probably Eden would just go to her room, to the bathroom, like check herself and take a shower and probably try to heal because she has seen like other vampires heal. So I'm gonna do I can heal it. I can do
Yeah,
two
you can heal your
um
damage. Because she
things. So
didn't
I'm gonna
get...
do a rouse check for it. I failed the rouse check, but I guess I heal
What's your hunger at now? 4?
3.
3. Okay.
we are all hungry.
We're all fucking
And
starving at this point.
with that said, Lindsay is going to make a call to get some volunteers here because we don't need a bunch of hungry vampires.
No.
I need to look at something really quick. Really quick, like. Uno momento. I meant to do this on my break and I got distracted by my gummies. They were more important. Okay. All right, I got what I needed. Okay, so you guys are gonna kind of all funnel back into the house and whatnot. Lindsay is going to make a phone call and let you guys know that, Uber Bleeds delivery will be here in about 15 minutes. Everyone's getting the hookup. She asks if anyone has a preference because being a Ventru herself.
Oh, yeah, right.
Ventrus have preferences. So she asks before she makes the call, like, do you guys prefer, like, what do you guys prefer? Do you have anything special you want?
No preference.
Perfect. You guys, yeah, you don't under. She's gonna like walk away and make a phone call. Then sure enough, 10-15 minutes later, some people are funneled in. You each have like 3 or 4 people because she's not really sure, like she knows what just happened was crazy. So there's about 3 to 4 people for each of you. And herself if she wants. But she doesn't partake. But she also doesn't know if Colette's coming, so there's like now a group of random people in your living room.
Well, as we walked in, I would have told Lindsay what Colette said, that she was taking care of it and would be here in 20
Okay.
minutes.
So taking care of it, she's doing her feeding elsewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Roughly 10 to 12 people kind of funnel into the house, and they're kind of like not entirely sure why they're there, but they're not scared or anything. Like, one thing with Lindsay is like typically the people are willing. It's just like they don't have a lot of details about what's gonna happen. And you guys are free to feed wherever and however you'd like.
I pick
This is so weird. Dinner has arrived.
4 of the most attractive people in there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take them upstairs and do my thing.
Okay.
I'll grab 4 of the strongest looking ones and take them to the gym.
So you do have a preference. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna, both of you guys retreat to enjoy your feast. Okay, is anyone dying tonight? Or are you just all feeding enough to get back to 1 hunger?
No, I'm just
Just
that's why I
eating
grabbed 4. So that 2 hunger should give me back like 1 hunger.
Right.
I'm not trying to murder anybody. I've been traumatized enough.
Okay. So you guys all feed, get your hunger
Like-
back down and to under control.
I think that every time like Eden Nyx feeds, like she will remember like her dead friends.
Oof.
Like every
That's some dark
So-
shit.
yeah.
Feeding isn't necessarily an enjoyable experience.
I mean, it is, but at the same time,
isn't.
there's like that deep consciousness that, like, like she's not gonna allow herself, unless obviously, like, it's again a frenzy where like you can't really control yourself. Like, if she is, then she's just gonna not. She's gonna be thinking about what she did
Right.
the first night.
That makes sense. It's still fresh in her mind. Wasn't that long ago. It was only five. Oh, it's
No.
only been
Only
5
4
days.
nights.
Ago.
And
She
Sparta just
hasn't-
wants a good tussle before he feeds.
tussle, eh? You-
Kinky.
Keep in mind that the punching bag is destroyed.
I mean, no one's in there. Oh wait, did you go to the gym?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Yeah, when you go into the gym, you see the punching bag has been completely destroyed. So
Yeah, we're gonna be punching each other.
that is some kinky shit. All right. So you guys take your time, however long it takes for you guys to feed, whatever, and you all kind of funnel back in once you, have returned to the living room, like common area. Colette is there, sitting with Lindsay, like having a little chat as you guys like enter into the room, or whoever comes back first. Eventually both of you do make your way there. Your guests leave after everybody's had their fill, and they all kind of funnel out of the door, kind of excited, like, ooh, that was interesting time. And they all go out and go on about their lives outside. I'm assuming Alejandro is still in his room at this point.
He's just blasting very, very heavy metal at the point. He's
Okay.
just meh.
After Nyx and Sparta, after you two have joined back into the living room, you do notice that Lev has returned, and he's standing at the door, kind of his little typical guard kind of stance. He's always like there but not there. And once you guys enter into the room, Lindsay looks over her shoulder at Lev and like nods her head like this, and he walks off and goes to Alejandro's room and bangs on the door 3 times. Bang, bang, bang.
Alejandro hears the bang, and he just thinks to himself, "Oh, what the fuck do they want?" So he opens the door. Yes.
Lev says, if you would join us, and kind of
Does it look like I have a fucking choice? And he just walks.
Lev just follows behind, like, this should be interesting. So at this point, Lindsay is kind of sitting in the chair. Colette's on the couch. Whereabouts are all of you?
I'll go stand by Lev if he comes back into the room.
Yeah, he does. He kind of stands sort of like by the window. That's kind of his style. He's never in the conversation, but he's always like right there near Lindsay. You guys have bonded.
Understanding.
One of the big armchairs, solo armchairs that like by the big couch, like kind of like curled up there.
Okay.
Well, Hunter is pretty much leans against the wall, but he's fidgeting a lot with his fingers.
Okay. So, Lindsay is gonna just kind of start talking and explaining, like, there's some details that we'll need to, like, figure out about what exactly happened. And, she's kind of, it's kind of like what you would imagine, especially Alejandro and Colette would get this feeling of like a police briefing. Like after a situation, it's kind of like you sit down with your leaders and you kind of go through like a briefing of everything that's happened. That's kind of like what's happening. She's just kind of like talking with you guys about everything that took place. She's explaining some details about your brother, where he's taken, that, he is in a safe place, a place that no one will be able to get access to him. She explains that she kind of turns her attention towards you and says there's two options here. One, we keep him where he is for, the next few days to a week, and let the blood, the vitae that is in his system, funnel its way out, which will release the powers that are flowing within him at this time. The only way to continue that connection is to actively continue giving them vitae. Typically, especially if it was only a small amount, it doesn't take that long for it to get out of their system unless you give them more. So it's basically just a waiting game of waiting for it to get out of his system. And then he would sort of go back to his normal self. That's an option. We might have to I want to be completely honest with you. If that's what we're going to do, we are going to have to manipulate his mind a little, just so that when he goes on about his life, if we handle it that way, it is not a threat to us. That you need to understand that is our first concern.
I know.
And if him returning to his life unscathed poses a threat, that might not be an option. I need you to understand that.
What about the rest of his family?
What you mean? What's gonna happen to them, or are they okay?
Are they okay?
At this particular moment, I don't know. We need to get more information about who he is, where he lives. I don't know anything about him, so we can start to reach out and follow up. It maybe even would be faster for you possibly to reach out, if that is a possibility, to reach out to somebody, because I know you did follow up with some of your family and friends and tell them you were going somewhere. Maybe it can be just a simple phone call, however you feel that information, but I do have people that can look into it as well. We just need to get some information from you.
I can call, but if they took my brother, then they know. Like, they know what matters to me. And that means that if they get a hold of my family, it could pose a threat to everybody, like you just said.
Right.
And I was already ready to do anything I could do to never have them involved in this ever.
Mm-hmm.
even if it meant me dying in their eyes. So if we could find a way to have that happen, I'm okay with it. I'll do anything for them to get out of this without any knowledge of whatever is happening, or without needing them to disappear.
I think what makes your situation unique and complicates things is your previous life. It's not very hard to find information about you.
No, it's not.
So finding people that are or were connected to you is fairly easy. That isn't necessarily going to go away, even if you know, in the human world don't exist, because these weren't human we were dealing with tonight. So whatever decision you make in regards to that is yours decision to make. I just need you to know and understand that our priority is to maintain and protect the Masquerade at all cost. So I need you to, I don't want to pull any wool over your eyes or tell you something that gives you false hope. I need you to understand that this may end with your brother dying because of what he saw and was a part of tonight.
I'd rather die.
Sparta's gonna walk up to Nyx and put his arm around her and be like, "It's gonna be okay."
If it were as easy as you taking his place, I think we all would do that if we were in your position. But it's not necessarily that easy to make something like this disappear. There are things that we can do to manipulate the situation into the outcome we want it to be. But there are still limitations, and like I mentioned, the most important thing is making sure who we are is not displayed for others to know and see. I just want you to be prepared, is why I'm telling you this. Not to say that that is what's going to happen.
So just like nod very like slightly and just like recoil and just like nod. She's there, but she's not.
Lindsay's just gonna kind of be quiet for a moment. Just kind of like taking everything in, letting everything kind of sink in, like everything that's going on. And she is then gonna kind of transition to talking about Obviously, there are, as we already know, this is why I wanted you guys posted up at the house to begin with. There are clearly people out there that want to get to Nyx and are willing to go to great lengths to do that, as we can see. I think that you guys have sat around long enough, and I would like for you to start following up on some of the things that I have discovered over the last few nights. So there will be some things that I want and need you guys to do. For the time being, the security that is in place will remain in place. And they will... Do you scoff like that? Because I saw you like laugh. I just want to know if like if Alejandro would like vocally like scoff.
Everything right now, if we're in character, we're in character. This is Alejandro's like...
Right.
Sure.
But I'm just clarifying because your mic didn't like actually pick anything up. Okay. So if you scoff when she says that security will remain in place, she is going to do two things. She is going to activate Daunt. So Scary Lindsay has arrived. I need to roll a rouse check. She failed. She was already hungry, so that's not a good thing either. Lindsay always usually sits at a high hunger. One thing that you will learn about Lindsay is she doesn't maintain a low hunger because she likes the feeling of the beast at the back of her throat. So she is now even hungrier. And we are going to do a... What is this? Manipulation. Dominate. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, as soon as the little scoff under his breath is heard in the room, and you know, you guys are all kind of standing in the same room, Daunt is activated instantly, so you guys can feel it and see it. That same sense that is becoming super familiar around these people with you guys. And Lindsay is going to swiftly stand and walk directly in front of Alejandro, meeting his gaze. And she is going to say, "Get on your knees." And I need you, if you are going to resist her, are you going to resist her? I should ask.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I need you to roll a intelligence and resolve.
Sorry about that. Intelligence and resolve?
Yep.
And the hunger is at 3. Fuck me. Six. Hold up. Two tens. 4 successes.
All right, well, that does not beat her 7. So, unwillingly, and despite what you might want to do, your knees buckle and you drop to the floor. And you are now on your knees in front of her. Keeping eye contact with you, she crouches down in front of you. She says, "If I hear so much as a snicker, a laugh, if I hear your shoulders move in a way that I do not like, you will meet a fate unlike any you ever want or will enjoy experiencing. You are a guest in my city. If you have a problem with the way I do things or my security does things, that's for you to figure out. I don't answer to you. And until you're in a position like mine, probably should keep your mouth shut. I've given you more chances than anyone I can remember. So whatever your problem is, figure it out or get the fuck out of my city." She's going to stand up, drop a daunt, sit back down on the couch. You're no longer under her mesmerism, by the way, as soon as she takes gaze off of you. So you can freely move. You're not under her command anymore.
Alejandro just picks up his phone and sends a message. I am starting to get done with this bitch.
You send that
To his
okay.
Dr. Phil.
I was gonna say, just send that to the group text. Like, jeez.
No. In situations like this, he will always message his sire.
Okay.
Like, I am fucking done with this bitch.
Okay. Lindsay's gonna take a moment to collect herself. She's gonna share some information about the thin blood. So she's gonna kind of look over at Nyx because the previous conversation that you guys had was about the thin bloods.
Mm-hmm.
She said she's gonna say, "I followed up with the thin blood, the whole situation that you came up with and the idea that you had, and it did lead to something. We found 2 individuals that seemed to be involved and sort of higher up on the totem pole. One of them has since been taken care of, but we did get the name of a motel, the Langston Motel."
I look over at Lev.
He kind of like nods. Like, yeah, you guys are kind of on the same wavelength. Like, oh shit, that's the guy that she fucking tortured. She said she's gonna say for the last 2 nights we've had people watching this place at the distance. There is some movement there, and there does seem to be every night around midnight some sort of gathering that happens of about 8 people. So I haven't sent anyone in to do anything. We've sort of just been watching and gaining intel. And I was working on getting these 2, and she kind of like points her thumb over her shoulder to Spartta and Lev. I was more focused on getting these 2 back out and working. I didn't want to send you guys out without him. So if you guys want to, and she kind of like looks at her clock, which it's past midnight at this point. It's probably, I'd say probably around like 2 a.m. We have missed the mark for tonight, but perhaps tomorrow night you guys can follow up. I know tonight has been a little bit, it's been a little hectic. I don't know how much work you want to do. I don't know if throwing yourself into work is how you deal with this kind of stuff. For me, I would be ready to go to work, but you guys can do what you want. But I would like for you guys to at least go take a look before or after this meeting time. Typically they meet at midnight, and it's usually about an hour is the intel that we got, that these people kind of meet together and then they all sort of disperse from there. So whether you guys decide to go there tonight, check on things, kind of poke your head around, that's up to you. If you want to wait for tomorrow, awesome. But the Langston Motel, that's some information that we've got right now that seems to be leading to something. And if your suggestion of Isaiah working with the Thin Bloods is correct, then this very well could be a meeting spot with him, or just at least with the people that are working for him. So it's something I would like you guys to follow up on.
I think we could do at least a scouting trip tonight, just so that we're not going in blind.
You guys can, I trust you guys to do your jobs however you see fit. I'm just going to relay the information, and I trust that you guys will get the job done from there. Nix, you don't need to make a decision tonight about your brother, but you need to make a decision, I would say, by tomorrow. I would need to know what exactly you are wanting to do, and
Keep
we
him,
can go
get
from
rid
there.
of whatever. I don't know how you guys do this. Do you guys can modify memories, or?
Yeah, we can make people forget, or we can make them remember what we want them to remember.
Yeah, I would like for him to forget or to remember something else.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure that that's taken care of on our end. He will not be in any harm.
And I will make sure to contact his
Yes.
family and
Please make sure that you can.
Well, obviously right now it's a little late. I don't think I would call at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
But I will do it first thing.
Okay.
As I awaken tomorrow.
And if you have any issues, just give me whatever information you have, and I can look into it. I can
give it to you right now.
Okay.
Just in case.
Send it to
They
Lev.
are also been held hostage because
right.
My brother wouldn't travel. So I am worried that they might have everybody with them.
Okay. Well, send Lev all of the information, and he'll start looking into it.
She's just gonna go to her crafting room, grab a pen, a piece of paper, give the address, give the phone number and whatever, and go to Lev a few minutes and give it to him and go back to the armchair and sit down.
I'm going to leave you guys for the night. I'm glad that everybody is okay. I'm glad you're home, Sparta.
Thank you, Lindsay, for everything you've done.
Of course. I am always here if you guys need me. Just reach out to Lev, and we'll get you whatever you need if anything else happens tonight. But you guys be careful, whatever you decide to do. Like I said, I trust you guys to do what I need you to do. I will see you tomorrow unless anything were to happen before the night is over.
And before they leave, I'm gonna like lean over and whisper a couple things to Lev, and then just give him a hug.
Okay, they're hugging now. As Lindsay sort of stands to say her goodbye and everything, she is making her way and she stops in front of Alejandro and says, "This is your final warning." And then proceeds outside to leave, followed by Lev behind her after he hugs his cousin. All bro like. Right, see you later, bro. And now it's just you guys in your house, feeling all sorts of ways, I'm sure. Sparta's probably fucking happy to be home. He's like, hell yeah.
He had a party in jail, so...
I mean, the last night party in jail before, kind of not that much of a party, kind of boring more than anything, apart from like
kind
the
of scary
moment
watching
of
Lindsay torture a man.
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably like, I am never fucking with Lindsay. If there was ever a little moment in his mind before where he might have thought that,
Nope, he's not messing with her.
not anymore. He's like, yep, nope, not doing that. Anyway, Colette is gonna kind of like sit there, and she's gonna look over at Alejandro and just kind of like wait to see if he makes eye contact with her. She's not gonna say anything. She's just kind of like glancing at him from across the room where she's sitting.
Alejandro is just staring just around the room. He doesn't glance at everyone. He just stares and looks extremely thoughtful before he kind of like pushes himself off the wall and just says, "I'm going to my room. Don't be surprised if you guys don't find me here tomorrow." And just makes his way to the room.
So once he... Go ahead, Sparta, you're going to say something.
I'll look at Colette and Nix and I say, what the hell happened while I was away?
I don't know. I was in my room for like 3 days. Truth.
Nyx looks at Sparta. She's like, well, I don't know what happened to him as Alejandro is leaving. I was working on my stuff. We trained a little bit. He seemed a little off the last few nights. But I think he didn't take you and Lev being taken away very well. I think that triggered his hatred for the Camarilla and how they deal with things, and he's honestly just, in my opinion, acting up.
That kind of acting up is going to get him killed one of these days.
Yeah, I agree. And we don't need that. We don't need that. He doesn't need that. And at this point, honestly, like, if he needs to be like this and not accept what is going on and like work with what's going on, then maybe it's better for him to leave, because if not, he is going to get killed if he doesn't change his fucking attitude.
I agree. It's definitely dangerous, and it can get us in
here,
trouble.
like, I just saw my brother almost die in front of me, but I also almost decapitated 3 people, and we got one of them because I did so.
Yeah, I saw your work. You did pretty good. You're really coming along.
It doesn't fucking care. I don't care. I'm trying to be strong. I'm trying to be helpful here. We don't need anybody that is trying to put wrenches in relationships and anything else. We already have so many obstacles. Why we have obstacle inside of like our fucking group? I don't understand. I don't understand. Kindred pride is almost worse than human pride.
It is, but that's also because kindred live a lot longer. Not that I'm making excuses for him, but he definitely needs to figure his shit out. Because we have enough on our plate as it is.
Yeah, this worries me. It doesn't matter. Who the fuck cares if Lindsay's guards like were told to step back? We were there. We dealt with it.
Yes, you
I
did.
bet that if the situation was going worse, they would have stepped in. But we're the one that have to deal with this, right? We got called in to deal with this problem. It's not Lindsay's guards. Like, what the fuck is this behavior?
And we're supposed to be the ones qualified to handle this. So we shouldn't need the guards.
No, the guards are just a fucking backup. Just in case shit really goes down. I don't understand. Sparta, like, please, like, help me. Because, like, this is not okay. I might have my differences with Alejandro, but I don't want him to die or, like, to go away. He's still part of this.
He is, but he has to want to be a part of it. We can't make him change. If he's not willing to do it, there's nothing we can do. We can talk to him all we want. But if he doesn't want to listen,
I
we're
think
just going to have to accept it.
the only one that's going to be able to answer any of the questions that you have is him.
She's not wrong. We should probably be having this discussion with him.
Dude seems weak if you ask me. Any chance he gets, he threatens to leave. I'm just ready for him to leave if that's what he really wants.
Do you want to go talk to him next?
Even because, like, I'm not gonna go into a recon of fucking psychopaths that just try to fucking possibly murder us and my fucking thing with just me and you and Colette. It's 8.
After you say that, Colette's gonna say, Alejandro, get your ass out here.
What the fuck do these guys want now? He walks outside. He walks out. Looks around the room like, yes.
We need to talk about this, man.
About what?
About your attitude.
You very easily could have died tonight if Lindsay had chosen to end it. I don't know what's been going on since I've been away. But this isn't good, man. And we need you on the team. But only if you're going to be here.
Alejandro, if you don't want to work alone, if you want to work alone, then you can't be here. You're gonna die.
You don't seem to be too concerned about that either, by the way.
And if you don't want to work with us, then go. You want to be a lone wolf, you can do that. But if you're here, you have to start respecting people. I was just saying a second ago, who the fuck cares if the security's not stepping in? We have been, like, assigned this. We should be able to do it. You have been a kindred for, what, 10, 20, 30 years?
And we just faced down ghosts. And you're worried about some security helping with a couple of light work kindred?
We should have been able to do it. And if it shit was gonna go down, I bet that those security people would have, like, rushed in. But we are the ones that are taking control over this, Alejandro. What the fuck is the big deal? Why do you always have to antagonize people? For what? We need to unify. Have you not seen what the Camarilla is doing? You're doing that to our group.
Never. Compare me to the Camarilla.
Do you see your actions?
My actions?
You're creating unnecessary schisms between
You don't
us?
understand what the hell is going on.
Please enlighten me.
You don't.
Enlighten me, Alejandro, because you don't. You just fucking go away all the time.
Anytime it gets tough, you just walk away.
You know better than anyone, having a partner that doesn't have your 6 is the worst partner to have. So if you're going to be a part of this team, I have to trust you. And I don't trust you right now.
There are a lot of things that's going on that I cannot say or talk about. We all keep our secrets, certain secrets, for a reason. I know it's nothing bad. Well, depends who you talk to. But this one secret I cannot tell you guys.
We're not asking you to tell us your secrets. We're asking you to be fucking here.
Be a part of the team.
Don't
You can
be
keep your
the
secrets.
problem. Every day since I've met you, you have created a situation that leads to either consequences for you or this group. Like it or not, we are a team. We are connected. Your actions could potentially affect my life. That's where I draw the line. So like Lindsay said, if you're going to stay in this city, figure your shit out, or there's the fucking door. I don't want to hear your bullshit excuses. Oh, I'm a bruja. I'm this. I'm that. I don't give a fuck. I'm a bruja too. I was an outsider just like you, and I showed up in this city, and I found people that I love, and I fight for them every day. And if you don't want to fight that fight, then get out. Bruja or not. One bruja to another. Learn to channel your rage in the right direction or get out. Because we don't want to fight you. But eventually it's going to come to that.
And you're not the only one that struggles in this city. But we do what we can. Hell, I got locked up just for being me.
I was about to say that. You weren't
that
the one locked up for 4 nights.
You
And
don't
that
see
shouldn't have
him
been
throwing a
done in
And
the
temper
you
first
don't
place.
tantrum.
see Sparta, like, having a temper tantrum.
Did you not hear what he said to Lindsay? Thank you. Thank you for everything you did. He showed that woman more respect than you have in all of the time I've known you. And he just spent fucking 4 nights in jail. What do you have to be angry about? Nothing. What have these people done to you? Nothing. The one person in this room that has reason and justification to be angry isn't angry. So whatever fucking secrets you have or whatever bullshit you don't want to tell us, I don't care anymore. There's nothing I can come up with in my mind that justifies the behavior that you have shown. Day in, day out, after several warnings, after severe consequences, getting kicked out of a domain is not something that happens lightly. And quite frankly, the way that they handle that is not how they typically handle that. I've lived here long enough to know. Like Lindsay said, I don't know why she's given you so many chances, but she has. And you continue to spit in her face. Why? I don't understand. I don't get it. Explain to me what the problem is. So quite frankly, I'm starting to just believe that you like being this way. That you don't have an actual explanation.
Why I like to be alone? Why I don't get close
I'm
to
not
people?
talking about being alone. I'm talking about why the fuck can't you respect the authority that's been put in place? That has nothing to do with working with a team. That has nothing to do with being alone. If you want to be alone, then there's the fucking door. Leave. Get out.
Fine. Alejandro walks in, packs his bag, throws it in the opens the door and just steps outside.
Colette ain't stopping him.
Sparta's gonna just cross his arms and look at Nyx and say, well, I know how I want to handle this. I'm ready to go out there and just pound his ass into the ground. Knock some sense into him.
I would like to throw a few punches at him, but I don't think I have the...
Sparta walks towards the door after Alejandro. As soon as she said, I'd like to throw some punches.
Right on.
As soon as he gets out the door and sees Alejandro, he's going to activate resilience and soaring leap, and he's going to pounce on Alejandro. Not to really, like, kill him or anything, but they're going to go at it. A little more intense than their training sessions.
Colette's going to stand up and say, I got to see this.
Of course.
she's going to walk into the front porch. Stand there. All right, so...
We still have beef from when we were talking in the car, too.
Yep. There's just still some unresolved things has been simmering for the last 3 days while Sparta sat in a old moldy stinky fucking dungeon. Okay, so you activated, you said resilience, and then you did soaring leap.
Yep.
Alrighty. Alejandro, you have your back to him, and you cannot necessarily see him leaping through the sky to land on top of you. And you now have Sparta and all of his weight tackling you to the ground.
Punching you, mind you.
Doing what he will.
You're muted.
If you're gonna continue, just finish it.
I'm just gonna snarl at him and say, "Fuck that! Fight me right now!" And I'm just
What's the
gonna punch him
point?
again.
Finish it.
I'm just
Kill
gonna
me.
pick him up by his throat, look him in the eye, and say, "If I wanted you dead, you would be.
Well,
But
then
you're
do
part
it.
of this team too. Grow the fuck up." And I'm just gonna toss him.
Okay.
Get up.
Nix is gonna like walk over to the scene.
By the way, the security guards that are out front
Are all
are all
like-
like they don't know what to do. Like they're all like kind of looking around at each other, looking at Colette like Colette's just like,
Alejandro, nobody, like Lindsay told me before,
oh, wait a second. Go ahead.
there is nothing that probably you could have done to prevent your losses. Not even going back and replanning everything. I wouldn't have been able to stop my brother from almost getting killed, even though I feel like I am the problem here. But I know that, like, we're not strong if we're alone. So don't tell yourself that fucking bullshit. We need each other. You need to let go of the people that you lost. And I'm telling this to myself because I need to get ready for that as well.
Well,
If
this
everything goes right, I'm never going to be able to hold my niece and see her grow. So if you really want to go, go. But why? Why would you? Why?
Are we really that bad that you can't
Have
stand?
we not proven that we can take care of ourselves enough for you to not be worried? And actually rely on others?
by the way, I need you to roll 3 dice for a willpower roll. And you are at disadvantage because your bane is now in play. You have been physically provoked. So please roll 3 dice.
Me or her?
Alejandro.
Oh,
Oh.
Alejandro.
He is a bruja. And brujas are the risk of rage, aka furry frenzy, when physically provoked.
So it's all hunger.
No, it's just 3 dice. It's willpower.
No, it's just 3 dice.
There's no
just your
hunger for
willpower.
willpower rolls.
It's go time.
5, 3, 2.
All right. Well,
Yep.
you have just failed.
Well, at least it's not bestial failure.
Well, it doesn't matter. Willpower rolls.
It doesn't matter because it's
It's a
yeah, it's
willpower roll.
frenzy anyway.
You failed. So you are now in a fury frenzy. Which means it says you stop at nothing to tear the cause of provocation to pieces. That cause of provocation was Sparta. So you are looking at Sparta and you want to rip his throat out.
Well, fuck.
You shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have walked out.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Let's go, big man.
You sure you want that?
You don't have reason, by
You
the way.
don't
You are
have any-
fury.
like
You are
yeah,
frenzying.
You literally have no reason. Like you would just pounce on him.
You,
like
there's no time
like,
for a conversation.
Yeah, there's no conversation. Literally, the beast like just takes over and it's just animal.
Yeah,
now.
literally the beast is in control of you. You probably wouldn't even be able to talk. You would be
you don't
snarling,
even
growling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You would literally be trying to kill Sparta. That's all you can think about right now is killing him. There's no conversation to be had. Not during a frenzy, anyway.
I'm not gonna make the first move. I'll let him attack me.
Well, yeah, that's what's happening. You're in a frenzy. You
He
can't
is
stop this.
Yeah.
You're like, you already rolled your willpower to try to stop it, and you failed. So you have to attack him, regardless of if you want to. It's happening. The beast is in control, and you're out for blood. So what are you doing?
Alejandro pulls out a knife. Switchblade that he has in his jacket.
Would he be able to? Wouldn't he just go at me with his claws if he's in a
I mean,
frenzy?
he
no
can.
claws.
He doesn't have claws. He's not a gangrel like you.
The only gangrel with protein have claws.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter if he might mindlessly pull that out because, you know, he's going into combat.
It's his instinct.
Yeah, but the result is he's going for your throat. He's trying to kill you regardless of how. So that's happening.
Should we roll?
I need Alejandro to start this fight. He hasn't done anything. Nothing's technically.
I guess it would be like Alejandro, Sparta, and me because I'm right there, but like I'm maybe like towards the door a little bit more. Like they might be outside, right?
We can.
They were kind of on
happens.
the outside, yeah, or something like that. Like he was about to leave.
Colette's standing right by the door too. You guys are all outside. It's not like he got that far away from the door before Sparta pounced him. And Sparta did throw him off to the side, so he's not even necessarily right next to Sparta because Sparta like shoved him and tossed him.
He activates fleetness and tries to go for Sparta's throat.
With the knife or just no?
With the knife.
Okay. So I need you to roll a dexterity and melee.
Let's see. 1, 2.
Do you add any points when you're using fleetness, or does that not work like that for an attack? Okay, I was just curious.
No, unless you're doing the mech truck thing and then like you're just like tackling, then I would probably add like for strength, like, you know, as like impact damage. But if you're trying to do a swift action, no, there wouldn't be. Like you're already pretty much like OPing like on the fastness of it all, like to catch
Yeah.
you know,
I
the
just
person
didn't
off
know.
guard.
I just didn't know if it had affected your dice rolls. That's all.
I think not. I don't believe it does.
Oh boy.
What?
Like, I want to roll, but I don't want to roll. One success.
One success. All right. So, at a dizzying speed, I'm sorry, but you can't block or dodge this. You can't see him. He is running too fast for your mind to be able to actually figure out where he is and where he's going. What exactly are you trying to do? Stab him, tackle him? What exactly are you trying to accomplish?
Try to stab him in the one of the places he would potentially die. I'd say try to stab him in the neck or the throat.
Okay. I mean, you would know that that wouldn't necessarily kill a kindred, but you can go for the throat if you want to. So before you can really comprehend what is happening, Sparta, Alejandro is at your throat and has stabbed you in the throat with some type of weapon before you are able to react. Because like I said, since he is using fleetness, there is no way you can dodge his movement because he's just too fast for you to move. So
Okay.
he is now at your throat. I will let you respond in defense before anyone else gets involved in this if they do. So you would be up next. So if this does turn into like an actual fight, it would be Alejandro, then Sparta, and then anyone else that gets involved.
Going to dig my claws into his arm and then try to wrap him up and grapple him to the ground and kind of pin him down.
That's aggro damage.
Would not be hard for you to do that. So I need you to do a strength and brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to add your fortitude because you have resilience.
Got that. Mm-hmm. I think fortitude is just already like successes, right? Isn't it passive success? You just
resilience you add to. Oh wait, that's toughness. Never mind.
Ooh, I don't actually have enough fortitude for this. Okay, don't add fortitude. I was gonna say I don't have enough dice.
That's I was thinking of toughness, and you actually it's opposite. It subtracts it from your enemy. When you have a specialty in something, I forgot to ask this earlier. When you have a specialty in something, does that affect your dice rolls?
Yeah, it gives you an extra dice for if you're doing the action that you're like specialized in.
Then you need to roll all 10
an extra
dice.
Die. Like if Eden were to try to persuade somebody, she would roll like extra in seduction. If she's trying to seduce somebody, she would have an extra die in there as a persuasion technique.
Okay, sweet. All right, what did you get?
8 successes, one of them a critical.
Only one crit? Okay. 8
Ouch.
successes. What did you say you were doing? I forgot. Sinking
Taking
your
my
claws.
And then just wrapping him up and trying to subdue him.
Okay. So, forcefully restraining him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is not a problem. Alejandro, he's not necessarily a little guy, but he looks like a fucking toddler in your arms right now, flopping around. He's got no chance in holding his own. And you have, in one swift move, dug your claws into him, turned him around, and sort of flipped him down, and you're sort of standing over him, holding him, and he's not going to be able to get out of your grasp.
And I'm just
Ember,
gonna say, calm
hold me,
down.
Daddy.
There's some kinky shit here happening, okay? Like, first, like, Sparta, like, feeding and punching people in the gym, and now this shit. Fuck, man, this is all fucked today. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's not much Alejandro can do at this point.
Yeah, I'm not letting you go till you come out of the frenzy, and I'm just telling you to calm the fuck down.
I think like the frenzy lasts like a few rounds. You can always like check on the willpower checks and see if he passes again.
Well, considering you're in an active fight, your bane is going to be in play this entire time. That's one of the downfalls of a Bruja. That's why you don't push the buttons of a Bruja, is because you're asking for a fight half of the time. So that's one thing to consider, is especially like the threat and what caused you to frenzy is still there. So you're not going to necessarily willingly like give in to that. You know, that frenzy is going to ride out for a little while because you're still actively being provoked. So it's not like you're just going to willingly lay in his arms. That's not exactly what's going to take place right now. It says, success ends the fury, while failing drives them deeper into rage. They keep slaying anyone in the vicinity. So what we could do for the sake of argument is just have him continue to roll until he succeeds. And then the frenzy drops. So
it's 3.
Roll again.
Fail.
Okay, he's
One
still
success.
screaming
You
and trying
are-
to get out of it.
You want to kill him. That's the only thing you can think about right now. It doesn't have anything to do with how strong he is versus how strong you are. You're trying desperately anything that you can think of. You want to kill him. If you have to use your teeth, you will do it. That is the beast that is in control inside of you.
How is he holding me though?
So what he did is he kind of, because you were facing him, and he grabbed you. Do you want him facing you or facing away from you? Because he was
Definitely
coming
facing
towards you.
away from me.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say he would have turned
He's
you
bear
around.
hugging you with like aggro claws in your arms.
And your
Yeah.
face is kind of like
So
smashed into the
that
grass.
shit hurts. Like that's a different type of hurt. It's not like a shock,
Okay.
like a gun or whatever.
You're not worried about that though.
Yeah.
Like
No,
you
you're not,
cannot
but,
think
like,
of anything
yeah.
except for killing
Mhm.
Sparta. That's literally
saying.
the only thing your mind can focus on. Doesn't matter what pain you are, because you would be in pain if you weren't frenzying. You would be feeling
In
those claws.
Pain. Yeah. Mhm.
But there is nothing that is or can affect your mind right now in killing this man.
So I guess it's just pretty much roll again. Because he has me in a position where I can't really fight back. If he has me face down, ass up, wow. Yikes. There's nothing Alejandro can do.
I mean, there's lots of things that you can try to do. Like I said, the beast is in control of you. The beast, okay, one thing that you need to understand as a kindred, the beast is what makes you a vampire. It cares about nothing besides killing and feeding.
All right, he tries to squirm out. He's just trying to squirm out and turn around and move his head to.
Yeah, you can do a
away.
strength,
Yeah,
an opposed strength roll.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll to determine whether you succeed or not, but you're not just gonna lay there and be like, "Oh, well, you got me." You know, like, you know.
I'm
What
gonna, gonna, I'm gonna try a strength roll.
Okay, well, it would be strength and athletics if you're trying to get away from him. That's the thing is, I can guide you if you tell me what you're trying to do, but I can't tell you what to roll if I don't know what you're doing. So yeah, strength
As
and athletics.
Nyx is there and this is happening, I'm gonna do a rouse check really fast, activate fleetness, and go grab my fucking knives just in case.
Okay. Would
Nine.
you put them down?
Well, I mean,
Shame on
we
you. No, I'm just
met
kidding.
like, you know, like we were chilling and talking to Lindsay. I wasn't like fucking prepared for this shit. So I'm gonna go and do that, and I have fleetness on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom because I think I have something in my fucking eyeball, so I'm gonna take off the
Yeah, do that.
contact
Okay.
because like this one is bothering me like crazy.
Alrighty.
And while he's struggling, I do want to yell over to Colette, be like, "Any ideas? I'd rather not hurt him too bad."
Colette kind of like. Sorry, go ahead.
1 crit, 3 fails.
Okay. Was the crit on a blood die? You're rolling. Hold on. Yeah. Was it on a blood die?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Colette's gonna look at you and she's just gonna shrug and be like, I mean, I don't know what is gonna stop him from doing these things and threatening to leave all the time. Maybe getting the shit beat out of him will do it. And he's actively trying to like squirm but is failing because he's trying to get away and snarling and growling and trying to get at you any way that he can, but you've kind of pinned him down and are holding him in place for the time being.
Out of character,
Mm.
real quick. How quickly do broken bones heal in vampires? Isn't it superficial?
Broken bones I think is superficial. Hold on. Is it aggravated damage? I actually don't know the answer to that question. Hold on a second. I can find out right now. That's weapons, aggravated damage, broken limb. A broken limb causes, that can't be right, 9 aggravated damage? That would kill them.
Right?
That can't be
Especially
right.
for like a broken arm.
Hold on a second.
Jesus. That weakness, though.
It says aggravated damage plus roll. Oh, never mind. Make rolls at -3 when using an affected limb. That's just talking about if you're broken. Here we go. Looking for a juicier. Crippling injury allows. Okay, after taking an impaired roll. Oh. So it says crippling injury. So it says for players looking for juicier, meatier combat, a crippling injury table, which is this table here, allows for additional effects from extreme health damage. After taking damage while impaired, roll a d10 on the crippling injury, adding the number of aggravated damage to the current roll. This result can lead to further dice roll penalties or even instant death. Okay, so I think it kind of depends on how much you're wanting to inflict. Hold on. Here, he's sustained for... No, I don't understand this.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Let me say it like this so you can have more. I want to try to break his leg so he can't use fleetness.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Oh, you're back. We're trying to figure out how is breaking a bone aggravated damage? See, the thing is it doesn't give you a guide for how much damage to take.
It would probably be lethal. Is there like superficial, lethal, and aggravated, right?
Yeah. I don't think breaking a bone would be lethal though, not to a vampire.
Well, but lethal is less like than aggravated.
Oh.
So
No,
lethal is
I
still
don't
something
think
that
lethal
you can heal.
exists. It's either superficial.
No, not in this.
No.
In the other one, it was like
There's no
separated.
such thing. There's superficial damage and there's aggravated damage.
I think it would be superficial. I don't think it would be aggravated.
I think that it would be a higher amount of superficial, but I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it would be like at least like 4 superficial.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with that.
Yeah, because he's not giving up and he's gonna just keep going. I want to at least reduce his mobility so he can have more time to come out of this. So I'm gonna try to break his leg.
All right. So Sparta, go ahead and roll a strength and I guess brawl again. And yeah. Make sure you add the extra dice because that's your specialty. It's a large pool.
Literally all of my dice. Seven successes with 1 crit.
Standing there with her like things and looking at Colette and looking at the situation.
The crit wasn't on my hunger die though. It was just a regular
crit. Okay. So, with one swift move and without a lot of effort, you reach down and bend his leg one way while you kick his knee the other way and
Ow!
crunch. Alejandro's leg has been broken severely, and you take 4 points of superficial damage.
I'm sorry.
Are we sure that bones wouldn't be superficial? I feel like bones are harder to heal.
I mean, we can do it to aggravated. I don't know. Like,
yeah, let's do that. I feel like, I'm sorry, but I feel like mending bones would be a lot harder than like scratches and shit, like flesh.
It's up to you.
You know?
Like at the end of the day, like they leave a lot to the storyteller.
We're going to go with that. Sorry, Alejandro. You've taken, instead of 4 points of superficial, you've taken 2 points of aggravated because I feel like mending bones is a lot harder.
Is that going to stack on top of the claws that I did into him? Is that going to stack on top of that?
Claws would be superficial, wouldn't it?
Not with my claws.
No, his claws are actually the only of the only things.
How much aggravated damage do your claws do? I need to look because I actually don't know.
What a good amount.
Oh shit. Did I just kill Alejandro?
Does it say that under their... Where does it say that?
Under the discipline, like the claw one.
Okay, hold on.
Protein.
I think it's part of their bane that they're able to do that.
Yeah, it's their bane. It's not a discipline.
Is it
no,
not?
wait. Hold on. Oh no, your bane is you manifest the things.
So, feral weapons is the vampire can extend their natural weapons to monstrous proportions. It usually takes form in fingernails, extending into wicked talons. But whatever, no skill roll. When activated, the vampire adds a +2 modifier to their brawl damage and causes aggravated health damage to mortals. Superficial damage inflicted.
Where are you reading this?
Okay. So for mortals is aggro damage. For Kindred, it's superficial damage, but it's not halved. So it's a full like point of damage.
Where
It's still superficial.
where is this?
It's on level 2. It's at page 270. Level 2 feral weapons. That's what you have,
Because-
right?
No, that's not
Or no?
even what's happening here. You don't have feral weapons.
You don't
Yeah, I
have
don't- I
feral
don't.
weapons? Then if it's only your like fingernails, that doesn't do anything.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, this is
Because
for,
it's this. This is like a
this
discipline.
is an actual like.
Yeah, this is an
discipline of
actual
power.
discipline.
Okay, so disregard. You only have 2 points of aggravated at this point. And I'm gonna have you stop it. I'm gonna have you roll 1 more willpower roll for your frenzy.
Success.
How many?
3.
3 successes? Okay. So instead of frenzying this time, you are just in pain. And you're exited your frenzy, and you're not necessarily focused on killing Sparta anymore. You are just in pain from him breaking your leg.
You good?
Alejandro looks over at Nyx.
Nyx is really confused with her like 2 blades like this. And
Then it-
seems like extremely like between shock and confusion.
Then
Like
he looks
very
over
clear.
Then he looks over at Colette, then back to Nyx. Nyx? Remember how Colette had to go?
Yeah. You have to go.
Do you... This...
I feel like you're fucking Gollum from the Lord of the Rings. Stop speaking to us in riddles. Just fucking
This-
say what you need to say. Colette says from like the doorway of the house.
This is...
At this point, I would
This
have
is
gotten
what-
off of him.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we get pushed. And it's something that we can't control.
She doesn't even know what the fuck to say. She's looking at him. She's looking at Colette.
Colette is gonna like throw her hands in the air and be like, here we go again with another like fucking riddled lecture that means nothing but no goddamn answers, and she's just gonna like walk into the house.
I'll look at Alejandro and say, you need to get your shit figured out. And you should probably go rest that leg. And then I'm just going to walk in the house.
That leg is gonna be fucked. I suppose, like,
Ain't
as
going nowhere now, bitch.
Yeah, as far as like what the fuck is happening, I look at Sparta and Colette. Well, Colette left, like throwing her arms up in the air and scoffing and being frustrated. And as soon as Sparta like walks by her, she's like, "Well, I guess we're not gonna go do the recon tonight." Noted. And I mean, she's not like happy, but Alejandro is on the fucking floor
He's just on the ground now.
outside, the
Oh.
broken leg.
So
And
Sparta,
claw marks.
Sparta, you said you were gonna go inside. Like you're kind of frustrated, like kind of like
Yeah, I'm
Colette.
like,
Okay.
I'm still pissed off, and I'm just like, fuck this.
Okay. As you're like starting to walk into the house and kind of passing Nyx as she's still standing there with her like little daggers, like ready to fight. You guys see coming up the driveway, there is a vehicle approaching, and it's Ashley's black Range Rover.
Oh god, damn it.
And she is gonna.
Well, I'm still outside.
Yeah.
Alejandro is laying on the floor moaning, probably.
Sparta's
and
retreated inside. Colette's
Sparta
inside.
is inside. Colette is inside. I see the SUV, I guess, because I'm the only asshole outside with Alejandro at this point. And Nyx is just gonna literally just sit down by him.
Okay. Ashley's gonna like park and like hesitantly like get out.
No, Ashley, don't.
Don't. Just
Just
go
Is,
inside.
you have seen nothing. Nothing is happening. Everything is fine.
Is there danger here?
No. We're
No,
good.
everything
Fine.
everything is
Everything
fine.
is
Just
fine.
go inside. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Oh, there's a lot to see here. Trust me. Okay. Wait, who did this to you? Most important question.
Don't worry about it.
No, did a certain
The-
someone in that house do this to you? The one that I, am here to
Steve.
see?
No.
No.
Who's Steve?
No. Sorry, Sparta. Sorry. Lapsus.
Okay.
Lapsus.
Because I was going to say, if she's in that bad of a mood, then I should probably just
No,
get back in my car and go
I
home.
don't even know anymore. Like tonight has been a whole mind fuck, Ashley.
All right.
So yeah, just consider that before you enter in there. Just to let you know where we are all collectively at. We just spent a hell night. Like everything was a fuck shit show, okay? So I'm just gonna put it out there for you so that you don't.
Sorry.
That is so fucking cute.
He's
Shut
cleaning
up.
her. He's going to attack her in a second. 'cause
He's
that's
gonna
what he
attack
does.
her. That's like exactly what Mia does. Like, look at that stance.
He's
that
like,
is the stance.
see?
Like, there you
Stop.
go.
There it goes.
Hey.
Yep. It's
Starts off
exactly
nice.
what Mia does.
I wanted
It's
to lay on
exactly
this
what Mia
pillow.
does.
You okay, Arwen? Anyway, sorry. So Ashley is gonna be like, "Oh, we'll talk later," and she's gonna go inside, still kind of confused as to like what's happening out there.
Alejandro kind of tries to set himself up, still in pain, and he just looks up towards the sky. And he says, "You know, your situation with your brother today.
Mhm.
I had a situation similar to yours. Because I told you about my colleagues that died,
Mhm.
but we never touched upon my ex-wife. My ex-wife got taken by these people. They got taken by some organ harvesters, Russian organ harvesters. They were kidnapping people in the city and getting their organs. They're going for a kidney and liver. And while I was working one case, because I was tailing one of my cases, one of our prime suspects. As Alejandro stops, something starts running down his eye.
Oh, I know that.
While working that case, the same guy I was telling the guy that, well, that killed and tortured me and killed my colleague in front of my eyes. I get an anonymous phone call, Russian accent, and they say, "We have your wife." At that point, I was off duty. She was gonna go and do some shopping, and she wanted to do a surprise. We were gonna have a date night, etc. And I get that phone, and I was talking to her, and then all of a sudden I hear she start yelling no, and I tried to contact her. I tried to call her and call her and call her, and no success. After that, I get a phone call, Russian accent, and he says that he has my wife, and that they are going to harvest her organs. At that point, I sped through the city, went to the police station. I had my badge on me, but I went on duty. I told my lieutenant I need to find this place out. I need to. He's giving me instructions. I'm gonna follow them. Um, and as I was going to the place that they had left her, was it an old dock, like in a very deserted area by a lake. My lieutenant says to me, "I think you should let someone else handle it. This is too close to you." And I told my lieutenant that's not happening. It's my wife. I am gonna protect my wife. And I remember when I found her, she was laying there almost bleeding out. Thankfully, I had contacts at the hospital. They let me stay. They let me put a bed right next to her. She she pretty much cold blued 3 times. A couple of weeks after, we end up in a shootout with these guys, and we managed to take 2 of them alive. It was two guys to one chick. As we're doing, as we're doing, you know, going through their property, going through everything, we find this apartment filled with livers and kidneys and freezers. They had like an ashtray made of a fucking kidney. And I remember standing right in front of the police vehicle because we had them escorting and all that. And this this Russian, he was just taunting me. He was trying to trigger. He was trying to make me pull my gun out and shoot him. So what happened to you today brought back way too many memories. And one thing you will learn about all of this that's going on is as much as observant, you gotta be observant. You have to be observant with every little thing, every little move, everyone. Because by observing, you can tell a lot about a person. Personally, I'm sick and tired of being treated like shit just because I'm a bruja in this city.
Personally, I'm sick and tired of you trying to like treat everybody like shit, Alejandro. You question everybody. If you don't want to be treated like shit, why are you fucking getting on everybody's nerves? I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm trying to understand you. I'm not fighting with you. I don't want this. This is not pleasant. This whole situation is already a fucking shit show.
This is one of the reasons why I work alone. Because you saw my reaction to when Sparta got taken.
I am over this, Alejandro. If this is why you work alone, then you gotta leave. Because at this point, you are a hindrance to us. You are. Your selfishness is not gonna help the group. It's not gonna help the city either.
At least you have the option to quench your thirst.
Sparta clenched his thirst. Everybody could have gotten their thirst quenched. We have Uber bleeds. There were a few humans that at the end of the day I just brought in because why not? But like there were a few if you wanted to, but you disappeared. You're not with us.
And at this point, Sparta's going to come storming back out of the house and say, and secondly, just because everybody fucking pisses you off, asshole, doesn't mean.
Listen, 24601, shut up.
Says the man on
If
the
you
ground with
don't,
the broken leg.
and if you don't get that fucking reference, then that just shows your fucking intelligence.
I don't
Sparta, it's
understand.
fine. Can you, like, no.
Ashley comes
Fine.
outside. What's happening?
I'm just saying you need to be more respectful, even if you don't like it. You don't always have to voice it.
The whole
And then he'll
gang's
go back into the
outside.
house again.
Okay, Colette came outside with Ashley when the yelling started again.
Well, if Colette's out, then yeah, I'll stay.
Stand next to Colette. Colette's gonna look at Sparta and be like, oh, what happened? Why are you yelling at him again? Because she didn't necessarily hear what you just heard. She was inside with Ashley.
If you were with us, Alejandro, like, you could have fed too. If you participated in the activities, you would probably have created some sort of relationship with the people that we have around. Fuck, I've been here for 5 days and I've created a relationship with these people. Because, like you are saying, I'm observant. I've been observing. I've been taking everything in. So if you're preaching that, why are you not being observant? Because if you were, you would probably act differently.
And we wouldn't be in this mess.
Do we have some crutches?
I just sigh. I walk over and I just scoop him up.
It's not that hard to do.
We can go in the house and I'll set him on the couch.
Strength 4, Nyx could have done it.
That would have been funny. It's like princess style holding Alejandro
Yes.
and walking in the house.
But there is like you can see the red in like Alejandro for the first time cried. So that would be actually noticeable.
Oh yeah.
Sparta's still pissed, but I mean, he does like Alejandro, so he'll give him a little squeeze. Like, we don't hate you, man.
Forced hug.
I'm not even gonna.
As I'm holding him like a baby.
Forced hug cannot escape. Sorry, Alejandro. We're gonna force love onto you until like you soften up a little bit. Nyx is actually saying that because like she knows. She knows and she sees what Sparta is doing. She's like, yeah, no, you're gonna have to deal with us. We're not gonna let you give up.
As
I
soon
think
as,
this is important for you as well.
as soon
Sorry
as
about
that is said from Nyx, she's like saying, "We're not gonna let you give up." Colette's gonna walk back in the house and like behind the couch and starting to make her way up the stairs and said, "I wish that you wouldn't have broken his legs. Maybe you would have actually fucking left." She goes upstairs, goes into her room.
Tell us how you feel, I guess. Okay.
Sorry about the leg, man.
Colette does not feel sorry for Alejandro. He wanted to
No.
leave. He should have left. Should have left a long time ago, is what she feels like. He's putting all of you in danger and compromising your group. So she doesn't give two shits. She's not going to tough love or baby him. If he wants to go, there's the fucking door. Get out. Just like she told him before he tried to leave. So there is no sympathy shown from Colette as Colette walks upstairs to go into her room. And Ashley is giddy because she loves this kind of stuff. So she's like,
all about the drama.
yeah, that's my girlfriend. She just
She's
fucking told you.
drinking
She kind of like skips upstairs. She's like, she's enjoying it. It's like fucking watching Bad Girls Club.
like live TV,
Yeah.
live reality TV.
So
Better than the Kardashians, man.
so Colette and Ashley retreat upstairs and go to their room, or Colette's room.
Do you want the couch or your bed?
I'll just do my bed and just heal for a while, and after that, I'm gonna try to figure out how to get out of the city for a couple of hours.
If you need a little bit of time, that's fine, but just remember, we do need you.
I need to get out of the city for a couple of hours. Still, that's all I can say.
I'll carry him up the stairs like a baby. Take him to his room and put him into bed.
Tuck him in real nice.
Nyx, are you still downstairs? Okay. Then I'll go back. I'll go back downstairs. And I'll look at Nyx and I'll say, well, that could have gone better.
Yeah.
I forgot to
could
count to 10.
I can't blame you, but there's a lot of things that I'm still trying to understand. I'm trying to understand how it almost feels like kindred are more emotional than humans sometimes. And I mean, I've been crying a lot.
Well, when you live as long as we do, I mean, it makes sense. At least at the beginning, you feel more things because you know you're going to have so much more time, so things mean more.
He kind of like does this and it's like, maybe I'm just a sociopath then. I don't know. And she just like, I don't know, picks up a guitar and starts playing in her little studio.
I'll just lay on the couch and listen to the music.
Alejandro just puts on some metal, and it's kind of hearable.
Okay. Are you trying to heal right now?
Yeah.
How much are you trying to heal?
You can just heal one aggravated per night. You can't heal more than that.
So that would require a rouse check for you
If
to
you're trying to heal, yeah.
heal tonight. Yeah.
Success.
Okay. Then you are able to heal one aggravated, but you can't heal more than one per night. And your hunger doesn't go up, which is a good thing. Alrighty. Well, everyone has kind of retreated to where they're going to be for the night.
Yeah, as like it
And-
approaches like sun whatever, she'll like eat it. Nyx will go up to her room and like die.
Sparta
Literally.
still hasn't slept in his room yet, so he's still been sleeping on the couch.
I mean, that's his been his style since like I met him. So I guess that for Nyx is a normal thing. Has not seen that guy use a bed ever. Doesn't matter because Kindred just don't care. Don't get back muscle pain, neck muscle pain.
well, that's where we are going to end the session for tonight.